Last 20 years I am practicing as an obstetrician gynecologist and as well as an anesthetist. I have immense experience in both obstetrics and gynecology. I have a lot of ideas and I have made use in all my day-to-day practice, all my ideas, and I have innovated many things, I have invented many things, and I have improvised many things. I am presenting all this before you. You kindly go through this 1 hour CD, and if at all you feel there is some clarification, you feel free to call me in my mobile number, that's also given here. My email address is here. You can very well contact me at any time. I am ready to give training in what I have learned myself to anybody at any time. You can call me. I will come to your place and do this hysterectomy, sutureless no hole hysterectomy, very inexpensive, no need of any costly equipments. All these instruments I have designed, and I have taken patent for certain instruments also. If you want any of these instruments, I can make arrangements for that also for a throwaway cost, because I don't want to make any income out of my innovations. This is from God. I present all these things before you for your benefit and for the patient's benefit also. An idea can save a life also. Not only an idea can change your life, but our ideas as doctors, we can save lives. I have many ideas and innovations that have saved many lives in my day-to-day practice. Thank you very much. Kindly see this DVD. It's a DVD, you can see it in the DVD player also, or you can see in the computer. Thank you. Friends, I am presenting here a simple, easy and inexpensive technique of doing vaginal hysterectomy for non-descent uterus, that is sutureless no hole hysterectomy using special instruments. I call this nano hysterectomy because this is the simplest, safest and inexpensive technique ever described. I have invented few instruments for this. What you see is the Kodungalur Devi temple. This is mythologically and historically very important temple, more than 5,000 years old temple. This is supposed to be the final resting place of Kannagi. Kodungalur is unique in its religious harmony because in India, Christianity first came to Kodungalur nearly 2000 years back. What you see on the left side is the St. Thomas Shrine of Kodungalur, the first Christian church of India. What you see on the right is the Cheraman Mosque, that's also the first Muslim mosque of India, more than 1500 years old. And what you see inside in the center is the Kodungalur Devi temple. An idea can change your life. As doctors, our ideas can save lives also. What you see is the picture of Thomas Alva Edison, who invented electric bulb 105 years back, and from a very simple idea. Like that, our own ideas, however simple it be, when it is put into practical use, it may be of immense use and value for others, and it can save lives also. I call this nano hysterectomy because this is the most minimally invasive technique, minimum blood loss, minimum procedure time, minimum post-operative pain and discomfort, minimum expenditure, and it does not require any costly equipments or devices for performing this surgery. What you see is the super bipolar forceps invented by, this is one of the models, this is handmade, that's the appearance is like that. This involves a special principle. This is an invention. This will be a breakthrough invention in electrosurgery, and this instrument will be used by all surgeons all around the world in the future, and this will become an inevitable tool in all the operation theaters in the future. This is another model of the super bipolar forceps that I have invented. This has got the shape of a Magnus forceps, so it's a very versatile instrument. You can use it very deep into the abdominal cavity or in the vagina or in difficult places, you can use for desiccation of bleeding vessels or desiccation of stumps and other things, other tissues. However tough the tissue is, even 5 to 6 or even more millimeter or more diameter vessels can be easily desiccated with using this instrument. This is another instrument that I have innovated. This is a double curved 10-inch forceps. It has got a 90-degree curve and a 60-degree curve. 90 degrees curve is usually available in the market as a right angle forceps. I have incorporated a 60-degree curve. By incorporating this 60-degree curve, the utility and maneuverability of this instrument is enhanced very much, and this can be used as a needle holder, needle, tissue separator, thread holder, thread carrier, and it is very useful in tying the uterine artery, tying the internal iliac vessel, or in doing emergency hysterectomy and things like that. Very, very useful tool. This is the picture that I am showing is an ordinary right angle, and the modification is I have incorporated 60-degree curve to make it a PUL forceps. This is also an invention in knife. This is an unbreakable knife. When you introduce a number 22 blade into this handle, the blade becomes unbreakable. There is a story behind this. When I was doing a LAVH for a big fibroid, I was modulating the fibroid intra-abdominally using a long handle blade looking through the laparoscope. Unfortunately, the blade was broken and lost in the peritoneal cavity, and laparoscopically I could not take it back. Then I completed the surgery, waited for some time, took an X-ray, and it was found that it was in the pelvis on the right side. I struggled a lot again I tried laparoscopically and tried to get it back. I could not. Then I tried with C-arm. Then also I could see the blade, but I cannot retrieve it. Then at last laparotomy was done. I searched for more than 2 hours to find out that blade which was piercing through and through the appendix. Then anyway, God saved me, and the patient was also safe, and everything went on smoothly. On that day I decided to make an unbreakable blade, and this is the result of that. The principle is very simple. There's a small slit of 3 mm at the tip of the BP handle. Into this slit, the shoulder of the blade is passed and resting in the slit, so the blade will not break. However hard object you cut, because the blades will break only at the shoulder. Here the shoulder is protected. This is another instrument that I have innovated. This is to hold and pull strong tissues like fibroids or other fibrous tissue. It's a non-slip forceps. It also involves a small principle. The lower jaw is slightly inside the upper jaw, just like the alignment of our teeth. Because our teeth is aligned like that, upper jaw is just projecting over the lower jaw. Our bite is becoming non-slippery. Same principle is utilized here, and it's a non-slip forceps. The same thing. Another view, you can see the overlapping teeth of the forceps. This is a double nose, double knot. You make 2 turns as you see in the first picture. Then first round is taken behind the second round, and then you can tighten it and it will become a knot. To further reinforce that, one end of the thread is taken from above downwards and the other end from below upwards, and then it is tightened. Even on the glass syringe it is tight. With a single tie it will become tight. You can tie vascular pedicles or stumps like using this tie. Laparoscopically also you can use it for tying appendix. I use this technique. It's very good. What you see in the picture is Dr. Mahapatra. He vaginal hysterectomy workshop at South Pole, Kanyakumari 2011. I was also faculty for vaginal surgery workshop there, and this video is from the case that I have done at this Kanyakumari 2011 South Pole meeting. You see the video.